remember, you have been given the various abilities of your processor, and we started to look into each and every ability of our computer processor. So out of that, very first ability we discussed yesterday about operators and what all the operators the C compiler or a processor can support. After that, we started to look in decision making statements. So yesterday we saw equal else, yet all the rest part we need to see. So we are listing again to verify that all we are able to remember all the abilities of my CPU or not, because on the basis of CPU ability itself we are going for looking the various tools provided by your C compiler. Okay na? So here the third ability is what? Program control. Okay? Program control. Program control means your program can move from execution of your program can jump from one point to another point. Here we can see that go to is the statement, and that jumping can be conditional or you can say unconditional or conditional. Please note down, these are the very important terms. You know if loop, but what to say, what to term if loop, if it is not known to you, it is useless to learn if. Okay? Then the fourth ability is come about function calling. If you remember, function calling. So C processor supports, or you can say not C processor supports calling functions. One of your main program or some programs can call the another part of your program. That calling is supported by the processor. So that is why there is a tool available in C language to define, to work with this ability. Have you studied functions? Functions in C. See, what as per my point of view, function is such a so important concept of C language. But unfortunately, we go and cover that function chapter very late after covering 3 to 4 chapters of C. But basically, this should be the very first chapter of your C language. Because basically C is simply a collection of functions. You see that what you write main program, main essay, that is basically a function. Okay? You write void before main. Why you write void or integer before main? Why you write that? And main function returns something. Why it returns? All answers can be understood only by understanding this function. And C is basically a procedural language, function-based language, modular language. Then I take this function, which is a fourth ability of your processor. I take it as for discussion in this lecture. And these are the things. The other ability like switch, case statement, for loop, do while loop, conditional go to, these statements we will discuss after discussing functions. Shall we take functions for discussion now? Okay? These things, if I believe that these are not priority based points, I find that this is a very must very much priority topic to discuss, right? Because I am looking at still I have not written the main function in on board. मैंने main function कभी use नहीं किया. Do you see that? Because why to write main? What is the type why do we write before main? Why that? What is that? To answer all these questions, we need to understand function, and I will take forward that point for the discussion. And you please note down, after discussing function, where we are coming back? We are coming back to switch case statement, which is part of decision making statement. Please remember, switch case statement is a decision making statement. You should say like this. You should use the term for loop is a control looping. I will tell you how it is controlled, but these terms are very important. Get it? Shall I erase this? Is it noted down? Okay. There are the various concepts involved in function, sub-concept for a concept function. The concepts functions. First of all, we need to define function. Before that, the concept I will list it out. Function declaration, function definition, function calling. These are the three concepts we should go for. So, first of all, we see what is function. Function क्या है? Anybody? C is a procedural language or modular language, in the sense that modular, the word module, what is mean by word module? Module के meaning क्या होता है? If suppose this is my, I say this is a task or a problem, I believe that this particular task as a whole cannot be solved, or it is difficult to solve this particular problem as a whole at a single shot. So what I do divide this problem to make this problem simple for solving. What I do divide it. I break this problem in small parts and I solve the individual sub-problems, and finally I connect all the solved solution of individual problem to get the final solution. What here actually I did, I modularized. This is one module. This is module 1, this is module 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Get it? And when I am writing a program for this, so what I will do, so if this is a program as a whole given to some single programmer, that programmer cannot solve. It is believed that a single programmer cannot go for solving it. What we can do, I can divide this program into 5 models, and for 5 programmers I can distribute 5 sub-problems. 5 programmers go for solving that and came up with the solution program, and finally what we can do, this is a main program, if this is start of my program, or this is a start program. Start program is written by somebody, next part of program has been written by somebody, In this way, everybody came up with the solution and just I do what I do. I do call the individual subprogram in the main program. What I do? I just integrate all the solution to get final solution. So I want to only clear it out what is meant by module. This is a module. Okay? And module you can term as a module is something you can also term as a function. Or a particular if you say function, in a very simple sense you can define the term function. So function helps to program module wise. Function helps modular program. And function is basically a set of collections of instructions. Function you can simply, it is regular. What is the definition for program? Program is a set of collections of instructions. Similar definition is having for function. It is again a set of collection of instructions. Okay, nothing more than that. But this function is having a additional ability that this function can be defined and this function can be called. This function can be used in another program. Like main program is something. Start of a program. Can you call main program in somewhere else? Can you use main program in some other program? It is not possible. The main program, main function cannot be accessible to the other programs. Okay, why that will see. So what I try to explain you that what is function, how this function helps you to do the modular programming. Modular programming is one where a big problem can be divided and individually the subprograms can be programmed and doing subprogramming facility can be provided by this function. So this function concept we should look for. Till now you might be written a single program, main program. Main function is main के साथ और कोई function आपने लिखा है during the programming? I think in first year some people might have studied. But only you see that program never be contained within a main. The whole program cannot be contained within a main program. If you are doing that, that will be a bad practice of programming. Get it? Now I will move towards what is meant by function declaration. If you understood little bit about what is meant by function, then we should move for what is meant by declaration, definition and call. Get it? I will take a simple example. This is my start. What I am doing, I am entering enter two numbers. Scan it. Number one, number two. Two numbers here I have taken. I want to find the maximum number, okay? Max of printing, you can say like this. This is my block of control. Do you understand what is written? I am using the function find max. To the function, I would say this is a function. To some name I passed two values, and this is returning me something max value, and that I am storing here, and that I am printing in the next example. Or output device. And here what I will do, you just observe. I will come to the each and every exploration. Don't worry. N02. I call, see what here I written is, I taken two values and I taken the help of this. He is my friend, Max, find Max. To my friend I given two numbers. What my friend did, he identically calculated the greater number, Max number, and written into, and that I stored into Max. Okay, so that max I just simply display. So when I ask my friend find max, what my friend do? He taken the two given value to him and he just gone to where he is. My friend is here. What my friend can do here? He can take two numbers and he can do some calculations and he written something to me. As per my logic here added, what my friend can do, he checks number 1 is greater than number 2. If it is, he return number 1. Otherwise, he return number 2. So since this logic I added, what to do, what exactly my friend has to do, I defined. Basically, I mentioned what my friend should calculate, what my friend should take the inputs, the value from me, how my friend should calculate something which is to return, and what my friend should return to me. See, there are three things. If you are taking the help of your friend, then you should know that what it is a very simple. If you look at the regular scenario, if I don't know the addition of, okay, if I don't assume that I don't know the addition, I want to take the help of to do the addition of two numbers. What I do? This example we take. I don't know how to find the mentioned number. I am having two numbers with me. Okay. So I wanted to take the help of my friend. My friend know how to identify the bigger number. Okay. If to take the help of my friend, what should I need to do? He is my friend. What's your name? Shubham. Shubham is my friend. I want to take the help of him to know the greater number. क्या करना चाहिए मुझे? How do you help me? I needed to ask him. First of all, I should ask the help to him. Okay? So I need to ask the help means what? Help me. Okay? Take these two numbers. I should give the. What he will ask? How can I help you? I ask him, help me. What he says, how can I help you? I give him the two numbers. Take these two numbers. For example, 75 and 35. 75, 35. Take these two numbers and give me a maximum number. So he takes 75, 35. He himself is having the ability or intelligence to calculate that two numbers. You take the two numbers. So you calculated the two numbers. Maximum number. How you calculated? So you are having that logic. Okay? You are having that logic. So what you return at the end? What do you do? How do you respond respond to me? What I asked him give me the maximum number. Then as per my request, out of 75 35, he returns me a 75. His job done, and I got my maximum number. I take that maximum number written by my friend, and I take forward further that value to do the further computation in my program. So what here I did, I really called him. He is a function. I called his function, called the function. Okay? I called my friend. My friend is known to be, first of all, to take the help of my friend, I should be known that my friend is able to calculate what my friend can do. My friend can calculate the maximum number out of two numbers. Okay? This is to be known to everybody, whoever wants to get the help of this friend. ये मुझे मालूम होना चाहिए ना पहले से. मुझे ये पहले से मालूम होना चाहिए कि मेरा जो फ्रेंड है, this kind of help you do. Getting? Do you understand what I am talking? I can take the help of Shubham na? Only if I know that he can help for this problem. So declaration means what? Shubham has been declared that he is able to calculate, he is able to identify maximum number out of 2. It is declared. Getting? So it is declared that Shubham is, this is called as a function declaration. Shubham is able to calculate the maximum out of 2 numbers. It is said. Okay? Because of this declaration, you all or myself able to know that yes, Shubham is able to do this. So whenever I needed to find a maximum out of 2 numbers, I can call him. Okay? So in that case, what I need to do? In that case, what I know that Shubham is able to calculate maximum number, and at the same time, what I needed to, इतना भी ये मुझे मालूम होना चाहिए कि शुभम, एक बार मुझे जब पता चलता है कि शुभम मैक्सिमम नंबर कैलकुलेट कर सकता है, तो ये भी मुझे मालूम होना चाहिए कि मुझे क्या इनपुट देना पड़ेगा उसको. सिर्फ ओके, 2 numbers I should give to him and 1 number he should return to me. I must know these 3 things. Please note it down. In declaration, I must know what Shubham can do, what function can do. You can replace the Shubham by function, okay? After that, I must know, it should be declared that how can I take the help from Shubham. Shubham can help for this particular task, it is okay, but how to avail that help? How to get the help? First of all, I should know that what numbers means how much numbers I should give to the Shubham. See, if it is declared Shubham can find maximum number out of 2. If you give 3 numbers to him, he won't be able to calculate. He won't be able to identify. Do you understand? If it is said, if Shubham declares that I am only able to find maximum out of 2 numbers, given 2 numbers, in that case, it becomes very important to know that we must to make use of Shubham, or we only need to give 2 numbers to him as input. So to use it, what input to give? What input we should give to the Shubham, that must be known. Next, after giving input, Shubham is calculating the max number and he's returning to me. What Shubham returns to me, that I must know. Okay, what Shubham returns? Do you understand? So Shubham, see how I can formally write Shubham is a function. I have written his name, Shubham. What Shubham takes? To calculate a maximum number, what Shubham needed? 2 numbers. So here, int n1, int n2, number 2, this 2 must be given to the Shubham. If you don't give any number to Shubham, he won't be able to calculate any maximum number. Get it? So what Shubham returns to you? Maximum number. Get it? So if you're looking at this complete sentence, you can clearly understand that who is the function, what he takes as input, and what he can output. Listen up. So this formal way of writing all the characteristic of Shubham or function. We are writing the characteristic of Shubham or function in a very formal way, like function name and what input that function takes and what output that function gives. That we write in this systematic format. And the general format is like this. Return type, please note down, space function name, and parameter, or you can say argument list. Parameter list. With type you wrote down. Type is important for declaration. So, if you want to have a function, if you want to write a function into your program, then you must be able to declare it first. Means you must be able to plan. First of all, before writing a function, you must plan first. How to plan? What exactly the task has to be accomplished by writing certain function. First decide the task. Once you decide the task, see, I had given one of a diagram there. The whole program I divided into multiple tasks. Out of the multiple tasks, take one task. For that task, if you are planning to write a function, that that function you take. By looking at this function, you will clearly understand, being a programmer, what input values this task is required to. And these input values can be just supplied as a parameter list to the function. So उसके बाद क्या होगा, पैरामीटर लिस्ट. उससे पहले एक बार आपने टास्क डिसाइड करने के बाद उसका एक नाम सोचना पड़ेगा. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वेरी फर्स्ट स्टेप टू स्टार्ट राइटिंग ए फंक्शन इज व्हाट? आफ्टर आइडेंटिफाइंग ए टास्क, यू नीड टू रिमेंबर, प्रिपेयर वन नेम. जैसे मैंने वहां पे लिखा फाइंड मैक्स, इट इज माय नेम, आई जस्ट रिटर्न माई सेल्फ. So one name you have to identify. After identifying a name, okay, you need to check what really the values data is required to process by this task. You input all these values, you list out all the values, all data with its type, and that you put in this part. Do you see that? I am needed to calculate two numbers. I am needed to calculate find maximum out of two numbers. So what is my task is, I taken this function find max as a function and I inputted two values to it. Do you see? आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे दो values मैंने लिए. First of all I identified the name, then I supplied the parameters. For example, number 1, number 2. Why these two numbers? Why not 1? Why not 3? Why only 2 here? दो ही क्यों है यहाँ पे? Two numbers. This function, this logic is required to have two numbers to find the maximum out of it. That is why here the logic is added, and at the end this function is returning some value, and what is the type of that value I should identify, that I should return at the very start of my function name. Okay, so the syntax is that, you please write down this. Function declaration has to be written is of this type, return type, function name, parameter list with type pseudonyms. So this is how my declaration is that find max int number 1, int number 2, and this int semicolon. This is my what? Declaration. How to interpret this declaration? See, by writing that particular int find max, int number 1, int number 2, by writing this statement, you are telling your compiler that I am declaring, you are declaring your compiler that I am going to have find max function which takes two integer parameters and it will do something computations and will return integer value. Do you understand? This is the declaration you are doing to the compiler. Declaration जैसे integer declare करते हैं हम लोग. Int I, what is mean by that? Int I semicolon. What you are telling to compiler? You are declaring to the compiler that I am declaring that I is my name, is a name for an integer. Okay, I variable I am declaring, and that is type is what? Integer. Means in generally you are again telling your compiler that allocate 2 bytes of memory. Do you understand? Okay. So each and every statement in your C is telling something, telling to the compiler. And what this function declaration tells, once again I repeat, this is the declaration of example declaration of this function. My function name is here find max, and here I added something into open bracket and close bracket. I am adding something, I am writing some information, and before the name of function I am writing some type. The meaning of all is find max is the name, find max is a function name. Why it is function? Or a ruler. You take the rule. Any name ends with open and close bracket, open and close round bracket, indicates function. Any name you take, and if it is ended by open and close bracket, that becomes a function. It is a thumb rule. Getting? So that is what you can clearly see that this is a name. It is having a open and close bracket. In between open and close bracket, there is the information. Okay, but it is having a open and close bracket. At that moment only, it starts to name as a function. Getting? Into the open and close bracket, you may include the information of input, what that function takes the input, along with its time. And at the start, you add, before the start of the function, you should indicate what your function output, what is the type of data your function outputs or returns. Okay? So this is called a declaration. And next we can see that function definition. What is mean by definition? Declaration is okay. Declaration. Telling orally something, saying something orally is called as a declaration. What is mean by definition? Definition क्या होता है? Defining something. Suppose duster आपको मालूम नहीं है सर. There is no concept of duster. This is still there, but there is no concept of duster. I given some name, I created some name duster. ठीक है ना? अब मुझे define करना है duster. Duster is something, okay? Duster is something which is used to erase the blackboard. Okay? Having a size of this kind of size, and it is used to, so it is, you can also say that it is having some the wooden base. Above the wooden base there is a foam, okay, and which is really useful to erase the dust, erase the what? Board. So what I am telling, see, initially I was only given the name duster, हाँ? सिर्फ नाम डस्टर दे दिया. डस्टर देने के बाद मैं उसका फंक्शनलिटी डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ. डस्टर क्या करेगा? I am telling about the functions of I am defining what I am doing, how my duster should be. I am telling step by step. Really, it really means I am defining something. Okay? Getting? Here, I said that find max is a function which takes two input and produce one integer output. Here I need to really now start telling the compiler that what really my find max function should do. You can see that in this three sentences, I really written what exactly this find max function should do. I added the real logic there. I simply given the for this name I just given the functionality. ये सिर्फ फंक्शन का नाम है, ठीक है? मैं नीचे क्या ऐड किया हूँ यहाँ पे? I added the functionality. Adding functionality to the function is called as a definition. Okay? So this is function definition. So here I really define the function. What is mean by defining function? Adding functionality to the function is called as defining function. Is it done here? This is my function name, which was the declaration. मैंने कहा था यहाँ पे क्या कहा था? मेरा एक find max function रहेगा, वो दो इनपुट लेगा और एक आउटपुट रिटर्न करेगा. So as it is said, I need to build that function. I need to prepare that function. I need to prepare it means that what I need to really add the functionality, what function that function has to do. That need to define. यहाँ पे देखो आप, it has taken two parameters, two values. What I did here, I checked which is maximum. This is the logic. If condition I used to check which is the maximum one. Whichever is the maximum, I return. Okay? So what this function can do now? This find max function can take two input and compute the max one and return the integer value. So exactly, this is called as this is an example of function definition. Do you understand? This is function definition. Now, function is declared, function is defined. What was said here? I am going to have this kind of function. What here I did? You really prepare that function, define that function. Now it is time to use that function. How to use that function? Just call that function wherever you need it in your program. Here in this case, in this program, I am needed to call that function here. I call here find max number 1, number 2. These two values, number 1 and number 2, these two values I simply passed this function find max, and I am putting the semicolon after that. Okay? So this becomes a calling mechanism. Here the defined function has been called. It's what happens when this program starts executing. What is the first statement it will execute? Declaration printf scanf. After printf scanf, what the statement it will be executed? It comes execution control comes to this statement. Here find max is the statement function. So after this statement, where control goes? It goes to here. It won't comes to printf. When control comes to find max, your compiler go to the definition part of this function. Where is the definition part of the function? Here it is. The control from here comes to this line. It executes the if statement. It depends upon the condition. It execute this return or true return or false return. And that return value, return statement really you give back the return value. Okay, this particular statement is simply get replaced by what the return value written by this find max function. In this case 75 and 35, this function returns what value? 75. So this total statement will be just replaced by 75 semicolon. It is equivalent to max equal to 75 semicolon. How we got 75? We got 75 after calling that this find max function, control 1 to here, calculated, returned, and return value reflected in place of this call function, and statement becomes max 75. 75 will be assigned to max, and that max exactly you are predicting. So this mechanism is called as a calling function. Okay, can you write yourself? It is calling function. So there are the three terms. So whenever you want to use functions, you please remember that your very first job is to क्या करना पड़ेगा? What is the task? Identify the task. After that, come up with the meaningful name. In this case, my function is finding max. So I named it as what? Find max. Don't give random number x, y, z, p, q, r. These are the not names of functions. Depending upon the task, what exactly the task you are really doing, that task has to be described by the name you are coming up with. So once you came up with the number, now you decide that what various input data I have to give to your function. Get it? So that you simply write into the open and close bracket. So you really started declaring that function. So once you identify task, you came up with the name. That name you written here, open bracket, check what input your function required to calculate. Okay, that you list it out, and you need to check what are the types of data, what data and what types of data. That type and data also you list it out, and that list you simply put it here. Open close bracket semicolon, and check what your function you are expecting or you are planning to return, and what is its type. Is it integer or float? Anything you write at the start of that function. Name. Okay, this is about planning your function, where the function name is there, function what input your function takes, what output your function do, decided. Now you go for really coding, implementing that function which you plan, and that is called as a definition. Okay, after definition, now you are free to make use of that function anywhere in your program by calling. How to call? Take that name, take the name, whatever the declaration name your function is having, write that name, open bracket, okay, and you must know declaration. You must remember what is the declaration. आपको याद रखना चाहिए calling करते वक्त कि declaration कैसे किया. Declaration में आपके दो integer input values है. So during calling, two input and it as per its type you have to supply. जैसे number 1, number 2 here I take that. Close bracket. For calling, don't forget to put semicolon. Once you put semicolon, it is called as a you can say that function has been called. Call कैसे करते हैं हम लोग? Function में open bracket the values. Getting? So this is it. So there are two more sub concepts we require to see. इसमें ही दो चीजें हम लोग दो टर्म हमने एक्सप्लेन करना है. टेक डाउन that is formal parameter and actual parameter. That we will discuss tomorrow.